El Matatán Punch Drunk Boxing has an exclusive in a sense. He interviewed Schofield Jr. and Senior, and they don't take. They got a take. They got a take. And you know what? I want to listen because one, this is a very informed take because they know Xander, and you're gonna find out. If you haven't seen Punch, shout out to Punch Drunk. I'm not gonna take too much time. Breaking it down. We're gonna watch the breakdown of the. Well, I'm gonna break down the video that in the interview that he did, where he got this information and this insight. And shout out to him. I've been watching Punch for a long time. So if you don't know, I'm gonna put his channel down in the link on the description box below. So vete para allá and say hello, what's up if you haven't seen him. But if you're here, you probably seen him already. You know who he is. We're gonna break down this video right now. And shout out to Punch once again. He does a lot of good work. Whether you agree with him or not, he's great for the space. So go check him out. But first, if you're new here, thank you for stopping in and choosing this video. And if you're all the subscribers, thank you for the continued support. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe, like, and hype. That's what I'm looking for. So let's get down to let's take our business. Let's hear why Floyd Sr. and Jr. both picked Xander Zayas to knock out Boots Ennis, which is to me, I don't know, that's a tall order, but you know what I'm saying. But let's get to it.
Now wait a minute. That Xander Zayas would knock out Jerome Boots Ennis?
You know that Xander Zayas is going to be fighting Boots Ennis, so I'm going to ask him about that.
Xander, man. Xander about knockout.
Boots? You got Xander fight. You got Xander Zayas knocking out Boots?
That's my guy. I grew up with Xander, man. Like, we was kids, bro.
Yeah, we got Xander.
Don't get him started. He's going to start putting bets.
So that's the important to see right there, right? Shout out to Punch once again. They're not just saying things to say it. So Floyd Jr., Schofield Jr. is not saying it just because he wants, some clout. He has some inside knowledge of Xander, right? He's saying, no. You got messed up. We go way back. We go, we drop back like car seats. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how back they go. So he has that information. Tiene esa información, tú sabes, de personalmente. He has that personal, like information because they came up in the ranks together, so they know they're like no, wait a minute, this could be a thing. Let's see what else they say.
Let's go, Pops. Yeah. Xander. Yo, before you would have asked me a year, 2 years ago, Xander and Boots, I would have had Boots. But I think that Xander is daring to be great. He's asking for this fight. He could easily take any fight. He got a bunch of voluntary bouts that he could take. And he's taking this Boots fight. Boots, in my opinion, I think is looking at Xander Zayas as the weakest link at 154.
All of that is true. What he's just said. All of it is true. Todo eso es verdad. The only thing that I want to have a little pushback on, and it's not really a pushback, it's more of opinions, right? Is that Boots is thinking that he's the weaker link. Because it would be one thing if it was Boots, and Boots said he did ask for the fight, but really the consensus is que todo el mundo sabe que fue que Xander pidió la pelea. It was kind of Xander who initiated. So even though Boots said go get the Xander fight, go get that fight, I don't think that was really the case. I think it was really more Xander. So it was Xander that wanted that fight. So I don't think it was really Boots to say, I'm gonna go after Xander because I think he's the weakest link. He might be right now the weaker link, maybe, but we'll find out June 27th because if he gets past Boots, I don't think that's the case anymore, right? Pero I kind of see his point, but I don't 100% agree with it in a sense, right? That he's being seen by Boots as the weaker link. I think Boots thinks he's better, that's for sure.
I think that's why he's taking this fight.
That's a mistake because that boy can box.
But they don't know. They don't know the camps that he was in. Like he was in the camps we was in, the Adrian Broner camps. They don't know his IQ that he got. He's ready for Boots. We watched him spar some of these bigger ones, and he was a kid like Floyd. And he's the only one top rank ever went as an amateur, signed him, and still allowed him to compete.
16 years old.
So they seen the greatness. Boots.
So that's also true, where he's saying, when he came in, got sent at 16, top rank, didn't just like hold him, you know, like for a long time and said, hold on, you know, all these like off-camera cards. No, they kind of put him out there on TV right away. They kind of seen the greatness in him, the talent in him. And I did too at one point. Then I got a little disillusioned because I kept seeing the same things of him and I didn't really see him growing too much. But in the last 3 years, Xander has like hit like a different mentality. And I think that's what they're talking about, alluding to, because Xander always had that inside of him where he could, you know, that everybody else saw, like, wait, just give him time. He's gonna blossom into something special.
Gonna find out. He gonna find out.
Yeah, that's a crazy because Xander he's fundamental. He can box his straight punches. Like we seen him in his last fight when he had to dog it out. The boy can fight.
He said exactly what I've been saying. I've been calling him the Tim Duncan of boxing. Tim Duncan, you know, from 1999, you know, where they were winning the championship. Tim Duncan was no special effects. He was fundamentally sound. He was great at it. He was a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? That's what I akin to how Xander approaches the boxing game. That's sort of como yo veo a Xander, right? Yo lo veo like a fundamentally sound fighter. Like he's really brainy. Like he knows what he's doing. He practices the basics really well. He's all the fundamentals very well. That's why he's fundamentally sound, and that's something that Boots doesn't have. Boots doesn't have fundamentals in that way. He has like organic fundamentals on his own. Like it doesn't translate into the let me teach you this. There's some things you can teach Boots, but not everything. A lot of what he does is through instinct. So anyway, let's go.
Hey, yo, now look, folks, like I told Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin, if you would have asked me that 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I'd be like, man, Jerome Boots Ennis will beat Xander Zayas. But Xander Zayas has gotten stronger. Xander Zayas has gotten smarter. Xander Zayas is only 23 years old. He got a lot of upside. And I believe that Xander Zayas, look, it's a 50-50 fight.
I said that. I am total agreement here. It's a 50-50 fight, right? On paper, because they're each other's best fight, right? You got Xander on one side, Boots on one side. And there's no one better or of the same caliber on their own resumes. They are each other's best fight and name. So that's what I'm saying. So Abbas Barrao is not better than Boots. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, and even if Boots loses to Xander, that doesn't mean that Abbas and Boots are on the same level. No. It just means that Xander is ascending to a different stratosphere. Same thing as Boots. Y'all might think that this is easy because he's young, or like if Boots beats Xander, or that was always expected. No, it's not expected. Even if he makes it look easy, it's not expected. That means Boots now is going to go to a different level, a different plateau. They're each other's best names.
I think that Boots Ennis will win 115-113. That's how close I think this fight could be.
And we're going to end it right there. I've said the same thing. I never said that Boots is going to blow Xander out the water. ¿Sabe? Que nunca le iba a ganar, ¿sabe? Definitivamente con exclamación ni nada de eso. I never really said that. Now, that could happen on both sides of the coin. We could see that. They could land, each one of them could easily land a punch that could knock the other one out. But what I always maintained was this is a 50-50 fight, and I think that Boots has just enough special in him to take advantage of where Xander is right now in his career. And if you listen to what Punch is saying, he's 23, has a lot of upside. So we might not yet still see the best, even if he loses a close fight, because he's probably not 100% there yet. That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying I think Boots edges a very close decision. And if it goes 113, 115, 113, 115, 113, either way, like, you know, flip-flop and Xander wins, I'm not going to be mad. If the fight is actually close, I'm not going to be mad. Because a close fight is a close fight. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be a close fight. It's going to be a close fight, but I got Boots edging it. But let me know when it comes up. What do you think about this interview? Do you agree with the Schofield? Do you agree with Punch? Do you think that they're on the right track and calling this fight? Because I've been telling you guys that's how I've been seeing it in ways. I'll continue this series with other, you know, fighters and other people picking who they pick and breaking that down. It'll be fun up to the fight because we got less than a month to go and we're going to ramp up the content. So let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? I'll see you in the next video, guys, and I'm out. Peace.